got two, Kyrie Thomas on the left, Cole Hoff on the right. Start with the statement from head coach Gregory Durham.
Well, the most important thing is it's good to see these guys smile again. It's been, as you know, a tough 10 days or so for our program, and I think everybody understands why. And there's a lot of there's been a lot of adjustments and tinkering and experimentation, I guess, for lack of a better word, to try to figure out what's best going forward. And I think every day we're getting a better understanding of what it's going to take and how we have to play. And I thought our defensive intensity, communication, execution, especially early in the game, was as good as it's been. And the reality of it is that's going to have to be what we're about, and be able to turn some of that defense into offense, which we're able to do today. So, really happy with the way Davion and Tyler played. I thought they did some really good things. I thought Marcus Foster, while he didn't shoot it great from three, I thought he had some turnovers, but he's trying to make plays for other people. And he understands now that he has to do that for us. I mean, him and Kyrie do a great job of getting in the paint. Now they have to get in the paint and they have to create for their teammates, much like Maurice did, because our team needs that. So I'm proud of our team, and obviously happy to get back in the win column.
Questions for the student athletes?
Kyrie, how much did you need a game like this personally to, I guess, feel good about yourself after this tough stretch here?
I kind of needed it bad. The last two games really wasn't my, strong games. But talked to Coach Mack, D-Rock, and Maurice Watson. They was like, yo, you got to keep, being aggressive. And, not only that, on the defensive end, you got to pick it up more and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, that's what I need to do. Then that's what I need to do. And then I had to also get up, get our guys going with energy and stuff like that instead of, walking into practice all sluggish and stuff. So after that, I was just like, yo, we got to pick it up. Just because Wap's gone, we can't be down on that. That's a chance for everybody to get better. And that was that.
Well, what did you see defensively? And was there any recipe to why you guys were a little bit more, I don't know, whether it's the coach who's engaged or just focused?
We just followed the scouting report, and I don't think the last two games we had done that, obviously, with Marquette giving up 100-plus points in the last game. Even though Georgetown's offense is pretty complex, I think we got away from a lot of things that we practice. And today we were just really locked in. It started with Kyrie holding Eli Kane 4 of 17. It's one of the best scorers in our conference, and Kyrie took a lot of stuff away from him. And then we all just followed suit. We followed the scouting report, and we got them to miss shots, and we were able to get out in transition and take advantage of that.
In the second half, I guess Cole and Kyrie, you guys it seemed like you were on the brink of making a push or putting it away, but DePaul kept coming back, and I think at one point they cut 8 or 9, but you were able to answer how important was it to keep that distance, that gap between, so that they never come.
I think it was really important. We played a lot differently in that second half than we have in prior second halves, to where, the team hit us in the mouth a few times, and, we didn't start trying to play hero ball. We got in our huddles during breaks, free throws and stuff like that, and we discussed what we needed to do. And, we needed everybody out there today, and, we just stuck together. And, that cushion that we built at halftime, it was big for us because they couldn't ever get it really close enough to where they were, a big threat. And, we just kept it at that distance, and we were able to come away with the victory.
Kyrie, how did you guys get the transition game going late in the second half? It looked like maybe early on you guys were a little off connecting, maybe one pass away from, some easy buckets, but in the second half you guys were able to, string together some good possessions in transition. What was the key to getting those going?
I don't think there was, a huge key. We just kind of talked in the locker room about it. If you pitch it one more ahead, then we can obviously get downhill and attack, and and open up for other guys, because they all either come double team or they all just jump at you as you shot fake and stuff like that. So we spoke to Davion and TC about it. Just pitch it one more ahead. Most likely you're going to get it back because everybody's collapsing in the gap anyway, and it kind of worked, I guess.
Two more for the student athletes.
Was it a point of emphasis for you and Marcus to be the guys initiating that sort of thing?
Yeah, I would say so. Zach told that me and Marcus, we might be here for the next year, You never know with Marcus. But he told us that, being a sophomore and a lot of seniors was leaving, I'm going to have to step up. So did Mac. He said, I'm going to have to step up tremendously and real quick. So I was just like, everybody listens to me defensively. And then on offense, I was just like, I could do the same thing defensively, just talk more and get more guys engaged.
Cole, how close do you think you guys are to being where you want to be?
It's hard to tell. This is just one game. Obviously, it's a step in the right direction of how we want to continue to play basketball. But I still think we have a lot of stuff that we're going to watch on film and need to clean up, specifically in that second half. Butler might be a top 10 team next week. They came here and they probably weren't too happy with the result. So I know they're going to make some changes and, play a lot harder and do some things differently. And we're going to have to answer the call. So today's a start. We hope to keep going on that and see what happens.
All right, thanks, fellas.
See you guys.
Questions for head coach Greg McDermott?
Mac, I guess, I know players probably hate the term managing the game. I don't know, for whatever reason, it kind of makes it seem like they can't do too much to win it. But I mean, what you got out of Tyler and Davion today, is that going to help you win games from the point guard position with limiting turnovers and the amount of time they played?
Yeah, they just have to be solid. And one game it might be more Tyler, one game it might be more Davion, one game it might be more Z, depending on the matchups. And today Tyler ended up playing a little bit more than the other two guys. But all three of them brought good things to the floor, and they need to continue to do that. It's been hard for them too. They've been thrown into a tough situation with all the eyes on them and a lot of defensive pressure and intensity thrown their way too, and they have to handle that. So I'm proud of the way that they've responded, and obviously they're going to continue to get better with every day they practice with that top unit.
Is that just going to be a field thing then? I know you said one game might be different. And then how do you make that determination?
It's kind of how it's going in the game. We went more with Davion against Marquette because things flowed really well when he was out there. We went more with Tyler tonight or this afternoon because things seemed to operate a little bit better when he was on the floor. And Tyler's in his fourth year here, so obviously his understanding of the offense and where he's supposed to be in scouting reports, it's going to be at a different level than Davion's just because of experience. Tonight or this afternoon, he was the one that was the most effective, so we rode him a little longer.
Justin, you guys kind of came alive in the second half, I guess, but maybe from the two halves against Georgetown to the first half here, what are you seeing in the paint that's maybe been frustrating or that you
Well,
need to deal with?
They came at him with some double teams from different places today, and he just was a little impatient in handling it. The reality of it is, with his passing skills, we need to be a team that invites double teams because I think he can really make him pay. But he got a little antsy, and then he had some turnovers that weren't really on him. He's running the floor like a deer, and we probably get it to him a little late. And by the time he catches it, he's under the backboard, and he's got to try to save it. And again, you got different guys looking up the floor making those passes than we had 10 days ago, and we just have to get a little better at that. But Justin was fine. He changed some things defensively around the rim, and late in the game when they cut it to 12 or 13, they went with a smaller lineup. We had to switch some ball screens, and he did a good job staying in front of Garrett, challenging his shot. So it was good to see.
Yeah, the mistakes that were made in transition. Ultimately, he got some good production running in the fast break. But is it difficult from a coaching standpoint to live with those mistakes?
We're going to have to, again, because it's different guys making the decisions than it has been all season long, all practice season long. They'll get better as time goes on, and they got better as the game went on. We made some better decisions certainly in transition the second half than we did the first half.
Was it
Two more.
a point of emphasis to have Marcus and Kyrie be the kind of the igniters of that transition, or was that just kind of the
That kind of needs to happen every game. obviously Davion and Tyler Zeke can all push it. But if we have an opportunity to throw it ahead, or if they, Marcus got some rebounds tonight and led the break himself, and he's so powerful getting downhill, he's going to be really important to us moving forward. He's kind of taken a back seat from a leadership standpoint. The reality of it, really, the whole team has. And he's going to have to emerge now. He's one of our best players, and he can get in the paint. He can create for his teammates. He's a capable defender, and his communication level has gone up here the last week or so as he started to understand the new role he's going to have to play for us to be as successful as we want to be. Before I take the last question, I just want to, again, address the pink out and my appreciation. I think teams across the country do what we do. Have pink outs, have games like this. I don't know that anybody does it as well as we do. And when Creighton does something, they do it the right way. When our community jumps on board on something, they're all in. And where this has gone in 5 or 6 years, from where we gave away 5,000 or 6,000 T-shirts that first year and tried to get the message out, to where it's almost become a can't-miss game. And the emails that I received prior to the game and after the game, and how important this is to families that have been there and been through it, are going through it right now, or have lost the battle of a loved one. It means a great deal. And as I've said before, all the pink all it is a message. There's all kinds of different cancers, and I get that and I understand it, and every one of them is as bad as the next. But the message of everybody in pink, hopefully the message that sends is, you have to do what you're supposed to do. You have to get your checkups at a certain age, because the fight against cancer is much more easily won if the cancer is caught early. And that's what this is all about. That's my hope for this. My wife Teresa is a 12-year survivor, and thank God she, at age 40, went and got a checkup like she was supposed to, and it was caught early, and she's doing great. And there's a lot of success stories like that, but there's also too many stories where people don't do what they're supposed to do. And really, that's what we want. Obviously, we need to raise some money. We've lost some dear friends the last year to cancer. One of them used to sit in this room with us, and I miss him every day. And we have to continue to raise funds so that we can beat this disease. But in the meantime, we've got to add more years to people's lives that have the disease. And events like this, and the way that our fan base and our campus community has embraced it, is really another reason that makes this community really, really special.
Any last question?
I'll add one, sorry, transition, because that's well said, but, you got some buckets in transition, some dunks, some moves, and you touch on this off the top. How important was it for your guys to have that kind of success, and to just not to just see the ball go in, but to kind of do it in the manner that you'd had success with earlier in the year?
Yeah, I mean, it still has to be a part of who we are. We can't change everything. New England Patriots aren't going to change everything if Tom Brady couldn't play next week. You tweak what you have, but your identity can't totally change. And it's just different people executing what you need to do. So, transition offense is a big part of what we do. We'll get better on the quarter-court offense as we continue to work without Maurice. But defense and rebounding is where we're going to have to hang our hat, because if you're not good in those areas, then you're putting so much pressure on an offense that's different than it used to be, and we have to have a better balance there. And we don't quite have the spurtability offensively that we had before, and I think that'll get better as we continue to play. But the reality of it is, it's almost February 1st. We're halfway through the league schedule. We're a game out of first place. Everything that all of our hopes and dreams and aspirations are still right in front of us. Our margin for error is slimmer, and we have a lot of work to do. Thank you.
Well, Coach, later